Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a bonus episode of Kaiju Conversation. This is a special episode where we are having a roundtable discussion with members of our Discord server. Joining me is Devilman138.
Hey there.
Geek Rage 1337.
Salutations.
Spyroew.
Hello.
And Shadow Op.
Oi, lads and lasses.
And joining me as always, the wonderful editor, Rex.
Hello, it's a pleasure to be back on.
Again, right? You're always on. And I am, of course, your host, Elijah, and today we are, as I said, having a roundtable discussion about the awesome week we had as Kaiju fans. So, we're just going to be discussing some awesome topics here, and we will be giving our opinions, our views, and moving along. So, the first thing we'll be discussing tonight is kind of a downer, but it's gonna be a happiness sandwich. All the good stuff will be in the middle, and the bad stuff will be on the ends. So starting off, the animated Paramount feature known as Rumble has been delayed from May of 2021 to 2022 due to COVID-19. Starting off, we're going to have Devilman138 give his thoughts on this.
So, basically it's canceled. I mean, is there any news on it coming back?
Well, it's just been delayed.
It's going to be February, I believe, of 2022.
Oh, February. Well, I mean, it's not too bad. I mean, it's better than it all being canceled altogether, or delayed even further. So, I mean, all we can do is wait.
Right. Do you know much about this, or has this been one of those things that's been under the radar for you?
It's been a little under the radar. I haven't heard too much about it.
That's fair.
I've heard, general discussion about it, but I haven't heard too much.
Alrighty. Were you excited, or were you kind of just out of it?
A little out of it. I've been a little more occupied with, other kaiju news.
That's fair. Moving down, Geek Rage 1337, what's your thoughts on this delay?
It's fine. It's just a delay. As long as we're still getting it and it hasn't been canceled, nothing to freak out about yet. And it's only another month or so?
It's almost a year.
Oh, a year.
Yeah.
What was this something you were excited for?
No, not really. I don't know much about this, obviously.
Alrighty. I guess we can move down to Spyro.
Yeah, I've heard a little bit about this film. I haven't really seen much from it, except for the trailer. I did just look at it, and I do remember seeing it. It's just that I don't know much about it. So
yeah,
I mean, it's fair enough. It's kind of under the radar.
yeah,
I think I haven't heard too much talk about it at all.
Something you're anticipating.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I mean, it's something to look forward to. We've got a lot of other kaiju news and other things coming out, so I think it's one thing to look forward to.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like it's going to be fun. But yeah, that's really all I can say about it. So.
Yeah.
And then it feels like we've got a lot to look forward to.
Definitely.
It's almost like it's a great year to be a kaiju fan.
It is. Sure. Yeah, I mean, 2021.
I mean, hey, it's setting up next year, right?
Yeah. Don't jinx us.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think you need to jinx us.
I'm gonna blame you if we get jinxed.
So, and then Shadow, what's your thoughts on this?
So I did watch the trailer almost when this first dropped. I think it's definitely going to be something good. I'm not sure if I'll watch it personally. I just don't have all the interest. But for a pretty different kaiju movie, it's an animated one, and it's not about destructive monsters. It's about one that just wants to become a brawl star or something like that. I think it's actually it's going to be pretty good. I just don't think I'll watch it, and it's mostly been on the radar. I'm not really sure how anticipated it's been. Other than that, I think it's actually going to be good.
That's I was kind of curious. So, did anybody else get kind of like Monsters Inc. vibes from this, or was it just me?
I
No, yeah,
did,
I kind of,
yeah.
I did too.
Somewhat.
Especially with honestly, the animation was almost like exactly the same. Is it made by the same animation company or?
I don't believe so.
Don't believe so.
Pixar's the one that did Monsters Inc. No.
Yes.
Yeah, this one's done by Paramount Animation Studio.
Oh.
But who knows? Maybe it's some of the same people that maybe like some people from Pixar worked on it.
Could be.
I could be wrong on that. So.
I feel it's a great opportunity for a lot of younger people to find kaiju related stuff and gain like a few more fans of kaiju and Godzilla kind of stuff.
Because who doesn't? I mean, as a kid, who doesn't want to see giant monsters fighting?
That is
Right.
true. That's like the best thing.
And it's more younger audience appropriate, so I think it's pretty good.
Yeah.
I agree. And correct me if I'm wrong here, if anybody can correct me here, but I don't think the trailer has been officially released yet, right?
No, it has. It has. It's on.
has.
No, I've seen it.
It's on Paramount's YouTube channel.
Because I know for like a month or two, it was only in theaters.
Yeah.
And you couldn't watch it outside of that.
Yeah, but it did come out on Paramount's YouTube channel February of 2020. Late February.
Okay. Yeah, I unsubscribed from them because I got tired of the stupid videos, so...
No one can blame me on that one.
You didn't want no more Minion stuff.
Yeah, with the new Minions 2, and it's supposed to be like Gru's Past. I mean, I think...
Oh, God.
Oh, God,
Yeah.
no.
Let's not go into that hole, boys.
Yeah, let's refrain from any Minion talk.
We're not 35-year-old moms.
Well, actually, Godzilla did cross over with Minions on an official Toho Cinema commercial.
Oh, they
so...
did.
Oh, well, I guess Minion is free range now.
I remember that, God.
I have a question for God. Why?
Don't worry, guys. As long as it's not canon. As long as your head canon exists.
I'm not counting that.
Pretend it never happened.
Crap.
Just pretend like it didn't happen. We don't have to accept it. Just pretend.
Just put your fingers in your ears. It'll make it all easy.
Yeah.
Maybe if we close our eyes tight enough, it won't be there.
If they can't see me, I can't see it.
That's a good way to live by.
That's fair. And so, Rex, what are your thoughts?
Well, I heard of this movie, probably I want to say like 2 or 3 months before the trailer came out. I was like, this could be interesting. As soon as the trailer came out, I began to lose interest, mainly because I'm not a sports guy. I'm not a sports movie guy. I don't mind that it's animated. I think that animation can be a great medium for a lot of films. So, and it's nice to see more a new sort of kaiju movie, because we don't get American animated kaiju movies too much, not in the cartoonish style at least.
Right.
So, but from the trailer, I'm not personally into the designs. I'm not personally into the style of movie it looks to be. So while I might watch it for completions, as like a completionist of like the kaiju genre, I'm not terribly excited, and I don't feel any real disappointment that it's been delayed.
I gotcha.
Yeah.
I mean, we never know, too. It might be a real good movie when it comes out.
Maybe. I don't think the WWE, who I believe are involved in this, I don't think their movies usually have a great track record, but who knows? Maybe.
What?
Is it?
The Scooby-Doo WWE crossover movie was great. What are you
Oh,
talking
that
about?
was beautiful.
That's
Well, that's
true.
just because John Cena was in it.
Wait, that exists.
I don't know if do we know if John Cena is going to be in Rumble? Out of curiosity.
Maybe like a Easter egg or a quick appearance.
Terry Crews is in it, but I don't think.
Okay, that means it's going to be good then.
Terry Crews as a kaiju, what more could you want?
Exactly.
They better also have the Undertaker in it. I think that'll be a really cool, quick cameo, real quick.
Is it actually like a WWE kind of kaiju film? Like, is it?
I believe
Similar.
so. Yeah, they've got
Oh.
WWE is involved in it, so.
I mean, it'll be interesting to see.
Yeah, definitely.
It has the potential, that's for sure.
Yeah, it has potential.
I mean, big monsters fight. That's all you can ask for.
Yeah.
I mean, I like me some good characters, you know.
Yeah, same here.
Oh yeah, for sure.
I mean,
Are there,
you know,
are there humans in it? I don't know. I thought it was all kaiju.
Yeah, there are. There are humans.
Yeah.
there could be humans. Well, I mean,
There are.
there's human fans, but I mean, I don't know. Do we know if there's going to be like a major human caster?
Yeah,
yet?
there's one.
Okay,
The red monster,
Okay,
which
so
is
it's
the
not
main
all
character.
monsters.
that's all I'm seeing is the red monster and the blue monster. That's all I saw.
Red versus blue.
Yeah, there is one major human character. The red monster's trainer is a female. She's like some kind of trainer. She's really the reason trying to get him to fight the blue one, which is supposed to be the champion, if I remember correctly from the trailer.
Mm-hmm.
So she's our major human character. I'm not sure if there's going to be any more besides her, but she's definitely the main.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, as for me personally, I was not going to go see this. I have vendetta against animated feature films. I think we've established that by now. So that's kind of my thing. I won't be watching this, and it getting delayed just made me kind of smile an evil grin. So
You wicked monster. They're not the
Yep.
monsters you are.
I mean,
I would say
you got to give it a chance.
maybe when it's out on DVD and I can rent it from work for free.
There you go.
Maybe. Not sure. So, moving on to the next major topic, I think this is the one we're going to really spend a lot of time in.
Yeah.
The Godzilla vs. Kong trailer, after many, many months of it being completed,
Yes.
has finally dropped.
Yes.
The hype is there. We've done it. Woo.
After like freaking like
Forever.
Longer
2
than a year.
years.
Almost a year, actually.
The trailer was done in October of 2018, if I remember right. Like a
For
rough
Kong?
trailer.
For GVK, it was done.
I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, a rough cut of the trailer was presented at a shareholder meeting in October of 2018.
Dang.
Dang, so they
It was
really
either
had it.
2018 or 2019, one of the two, but I know it was... I think it was 2019, now that I think about it. But it was. They've been sitting on this for a while.
Yeah, it wouldn't make sense in 2018 because they're still trying to get King of the Monsters because it hasn't even come out yet. So
Yeah.
it just wouldn't make sense to do
Yeah,
major.
probably would have been
projects.
2019 because that would have been when filming had been either near complete or been in the process.
Filming in 2018, that it was already done. It was in post by that point. So, yeah, it would have been editing.
What year did King of the Monsters come out? That was
2019.
2019.
2019. So yeah.
Both King of the Monsters and GVK filmed back to back. So they've been working on King of the GVK since 2018, film wise.
Yeah, like I know originally it was supposed to I think it was supposed to come out in 2019, like way back when it was originally announced. I think it was supposed to. But
I think
it
it was
2020.
March. I think it was March 2020.
Yeah, I think
Yeah.
May.
it was
It was May 2020.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I think it was King of the Monsters was supposed to come out like either 2017 or 2018.
It was June of 2018.
Yeah, and then GVK was going to be 2020.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I remember something about 2019 or 2020 when it was originally going to come out, but then it got delayed many, many times. Of course, like we all know this by now, but it's how many times did it get delayed? It like twice, 3 times.
Twice.
Twice.
Yeah, I think it was twice.
Yeah, the first one was a 8-month delay for major reshooting, which was concerning at the time, but now that we have the trailer, it was worth it. Then the next time was, of course, because of the pandemic.
Well, GVK was moved up initially. It was moved up to March. And then they had to delay it again to November. My theory with that was the film that Warner Brothers was rushing it because it was on track for that May release.
Yeah.
And when they moved it up 2 months, they're like, we can't do it. We don't have enough time. And they're like, well, we can't do it in May. Let's delay it till November. And they delayed it till November. And then COVID-19 became May, and then they're like, oh, hey, Legendary, we're going to take your movie and dump it on our streaming service. And they're like, no. And then they made a deal, and they moved it up to March, and then they delayed it a week because of No Time to Die and Justice League.
Yeah.
This film's had a lot going for it, schedule-wise.
It's weird that they would, delay it again after the trailer came out.
Well,
because they already have like a set date.
Well,
So
to be fair, did I put the release in?
It had 2021.
Yeah.
yeah,
Well, don't forget also, like, Warner has, like, a lot on their plate right now, and there's theories about why they're doing the scheduling right now is they're trying to get as many movies on the current tax season as possible. So that's why some are moved up to March, or at least that's a word that's going about. But it's a theory, though. I don't think it's an official comment yet by Warner Bros. Themselves, but
because usually when
why they're moving everything around the way it is.
Yeah, because usually when they release a trailer and they show the release date, that release date is usually already set in stone.
Mm-hmm.
So,
I mean, it's only by 5 more days. That's not a problem, but like Spyro said,
it's better than like having another year go by.
Another 8 months.
I mean, I'm fortunate enough that I don't live in the US, so I actually get it. I actually get it 2 days before the original release date, technically. So
makes me feel bad.
Well, we're not all as lucky. I don't know, but I think kind of the delays have kind of brought some concern. I mean, I know the trailers trailers, but I know it's real good, but I'm not too sure if we should concern about it too much.
I mean,
think anything could go wrong at this point.
If anything's to be concerned of, I don't think it's the delays.
Yeah.
It's going to be what's in the movie itself, or what we've seen.
Yeah.
But even then, there's not that really many things that seem worrisome.
I mean, fair enough. But just sometimes you're kind of like, well, what's happening? Why is it delaying? Is there, something wrong with it?
Well, I mean, I still think it's just they're trying to schedule everything because I think they had a set schedule thing, but then they, realized they were doing budgeting or something or numbers, and they were like, oh, shoot, it would be better for us if we released it a little bit early. So I think that's where it went. And then because I also know they're changing stuff also with Justice League, where before it was supposed to be a miniseries, and now it's one movie. So they're doing something behind the scenes, and I'm sure there's something intelligent they're doing, hopefully.
Hopefully.
Taking it. Well, that's why I said hopefully. I don't know.
That's why we got our fingers crossed.
I mean, seeing all the hype that GBK has gotten, they definitely made a smart move with dropping the trailer, and fans are definitely excited to see it's a so-called 2-month forward push. So I think they made it.
Not just fans. I mean, there's been a
it's
surprising amount of.
There's a lot of people
and it's not just the G community. It's really, and it's not even just monster fans overall. It's everyone. You can see it over the internet everywhere, even the people that are not part of the Godzilla community.
I think the main video has 45 million views now, I think.
Something like that.
Yeah.
It's done better than 2014's trailer. It's done better than that Batman trailer.
It's Warner's
Dune,
biggest trailer.
etc.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's probably the fact that it's both Godzilla and King Kong.
And it's
And
the only really
that's-
good movie we're getting for a while.
Yeah, like that's
Mhm.
probably what's getting most people attached to it. So
Speaking of all the trailers and whatnot, the axe confirmed. It's
Yes.
in the movie.
Yes.
Yep.
What do you guys think? Kong wielding an axe? That sounds crazy.
it's okay. It's all
I
right.
prefer him
Like,
holding a shotgun.
Wow. Okay.
I mean-
we know who Rex is voting for.
yeah.
America.
America.
although we do see him wield a melee weapon in Skull Island with the propeller thing,
Mhm.
the chain propeller thing.
Mhm.
So this really wasn't a surprise that they were going to have him have an axe in the next movie. So
Or some
Well-
kind of tool/weapon.
yeah,
Well, it's a surprise because even like the weapon in Skull Island, it's laying around. Like this actually looks like something that we don't know how it's crafted, but it looks like something Kong put together himself.
For his
Yeah.
future generation, from when it seems like that the Godzilla and the Kong species had a major war, and Kong's built a weapon. It's kind of like been passed down for generations. Since Kong's the last one of his kind, he has to discover it. That's what it seems like they're gonna do.
Now, let me point this out. In the Funko Pops and in the SHMA figures, they have the axe, and if you look, it's the main part, the part you hold, is made out of a bone, and a spine is in the bone, and wrapped around it is a very lizard, scaly hide that's holding the axe together. A lot of people are theorizing this is Godzilla skin. What do you guys think about a Godzilla body, an axe made out of Godzilla resources from his body?
I mean, it connects to, the whole war going on that they're saying is going to happen. And also to go into that, so it's confirmed that there's been more Godzillas, or is it just Godzilla versus Kong that there was a war?
There are, we know that one member of Kong's species has fought a member of Godzilla's species, whether it's Godzilla, Dagon, or another member from the cave paintings.
Mhm.
So I guess we can confirm that there's another, because, is it really a war if it's just between two species, and if there's only been one Godzilla and one Kong?
So, in the end of King of the Monsters, during the end credits, they do say there was a war with Titans and humans. So there was a war, and I guarantee you Godzilla and Kong were major players, but we don't know what that war was.
Here's
Right.
another thing.
Or the reason why it even started. We would really just have to see until the movie comes out before they tell us
Yeah.
anything.
Yeah, and even till we get the movie comes out. Again, we don't know the origin completely of the axe itself. If Kong makes it himself, if he finds it, for all we know, the humans made it for him, and they gave it to him. And he's like, "Cool, gonna use this to beat the lizard up or something."
Yeah.
Also,
And I don't think we... Oh, sorry?
I was just going to throw out the plot synopsis. We got a new plot synopsis. Do you guys want me to read that off before we go forward?
sure.
Yeah.
Legends collide in Godzilla vs. Kong as these mythic adversaries meet in a spectacular battle for the ages, with the fate of the world hanging in balance. Kong and his protectors undertake a perilous journey to find his true home, and with them is Gia, a young orphaned girl with whom he has formed a unique and powerful bond. But they unexpectedly find themselves in the path of an enraged Godzilla, cutting a swath of destruction across the globe. The epic clash between the two titans, instigated by unseen forces, is only the beginning of the mystery that lies deep within the core of the Earth. That's the new plot synopsis.
Man, I love how you read it. That was intense.
Yeah.
That really got me interested.
Now,
I'm like, dang, I want to hear more.
I'm surprised they didn't say anything about Mechagodzilla.
Well, I think it's because even in the trailer, they hid him, and I think, people that are looking every, still every frame in the trailer can see that's Mechagodzilla. But I think they're trying to keep that as quiet as possible. But everybody, if you've seen the trailer, you will know Mechagodzilla is clearly in it.
Yeah. What are your opinions on, Mechagodzilla, appearing in the movie? Do you think he's going to play a major role or a minor role?
I think he's going to play kind of a major role into it. I don't know why. I feel they're going to end up teaming up Godzilla and Kong, or at least Kong is going to have a one-on-one fight with Mecha G and realize, oh wait, that's not Godzilla. Something along those lines. I feel it'll be a side plot.
Mm-hmm.
I think it'll probably just start off as we know that there's going to be some sort of unraveling of some sort of mystery or conspiracy or something like that. So it'll probably revolve around MG, and it'll probably just start off as a background thing and then slowly become more and more relevant to the plot. And then, boom.
It'll unreveal itself.
Can I point something out about Mecha G? Because in the trailer, when we see him, the very first 3 seconds, he's bursting out of a mountain. And then what seems like he's flying over a city. Here's what I think. Mechagodzilla is more than likely going to be on the, so to say, bad guys. And here's why. He's flying so close to a city, and you see people running away, and buildings getting destroyed, cars flying everywhere. If they were part of, so to say, Monarch, or supposedly the good guys, why would they build this mechanized Titan so close to a city, knowing whenever it's getting launched, it's going to be destructive? Especially when there's civilians still in the city, at least.
I mean, to be fair,
that is a good point.
Monarch built multiple bases very close to cities. Like the base they had for Rodan. At Mexico.
Well, Rodan was in the mountain, wasn't he? They kind of had to.
Yeah, I don't think Monarch had any control over where the human civilizations were, where the monster temples were. So I mean, think about it. If you had a city somewhere that was built over generations and generations, and there's a monster sleeping underneath it, and you're trying to study it in secret, so how exactly would you deal with that? In a way, and that type of deal, it'd just be best that you especially if you don't think the monster's going to wake and stay asleep and study it peaceful.
True.
Unless you have
Shadow has a point on the Mechagodzilla. Why is Mechagodzilla even that close to civilization?
Mm-hmm.
Well, we'll have to find out in the movie, won't we?
I guess we will.
Here's
also, do any of you believe that the rumors about Mechagodzilla possibly being the actual Godzilla, Mechagodzilla? Yeah.
Wait, what?
Fake Godzilla.
Yeah.
Oh, that theory.
I don't pay too much attention to theories for the most part, especially with the movie so close. I don't even think it's worth entertaining them.
Let me just point this out. In the trailer, we see Godzilla swimming in the ocean, something that Mechagodzilla has never actually done. Even in SOS and in Against Mechagodzilla, when he's in the water, he's not working. He's sinking, or he's just not functioning. Mm-hmm. So, we've never seen Mechagodzilla in the water. He's moving around like a living, breathing organism, something that not even fake Godzilla did, because fake Godzilla was very, robotic in how they moved. So, I don't think the motion doesn't line up. Godzilla acts the same in all of it. everything still matches. And
I mean-
finally, what is evidence is there to say they've cloned Godzilla? Because they have to clone his skin to make it look real. There's been nothing to hint towards that. No, Godzilla cells or anything. None of that.
I mean, it could be some kind of holographic skin.
Yeah, because here's the argument people have been saying. It's actually a hologram that
Reproduces his skin.
just shows his
then
body.
why would Kong be able to punch it without
Hurting his hand.
damaging a hologram?
Yeah, there's the
Going
major
through it.
Because apparently nothing causes the hologram to glitch, despite using the tail to destroy a boat. Not a boat, excuse me, to destroy a jet. The whole body to destroy a boat. And
Not to mention,
fist would hurt a lot if you just punched a giant metal tin can. And we would hear a giant clang. That's how, I'll just say, that's science right there. You would hear a giant metal clang as if no difference you were punching a soda can. You would hear some kind of metallic sound, yet we don't. We hear a hard blow that sounds like he broke his neck.
the issue I have with this theory is simply that Godzilla being the quote-unquote bad guy, which I don't think he will be. I think it'll just be he's in a bad mood because of Mechagodzilla's existence, and
Or
then
simply just being understood.
And then eventually later on, he won't. He'll just be sort of neutral, or who knows, maybe good guy again. But the thing is, this was already established in King of the Monsters that he's not necessarily on human side. He's just there to balance. What would throw the world out of balance?
Mechagodzilla.
Likely Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why he's attacking, because he knows that they're making a giant mech, and that Kong has maybe something to do with it, so that's why he's attacking it, trying to get some information, but Kong ain't gonna take it.
Most of the locations Godzilla's attacked are Apex facilities.
I got it. So the reason why Apex takes Kong is they need him to mine in the Hollow Earth for Element X to power Godzilla. It's perfect. It's perfect.
Yes.
There's one issue with that, though. We haven't seen. No, we haven't seen a berry juice yet in the trailer, so that needs to be in there.
It's green.
Maybe that's why he's asleep.
Yeah.
It's green berry juice. They didn't like the red one, so they had to give him green berry juice.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to change it up a little bit, add some
They
variety.
got Kong juiced up.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
I just keep looking at this trailer and I'm just like, is it March yet?
I know. We all want it, buddy.
Two months away, guys. 2 months away. We just got to get through, what,
February.
February? Yeah.
February and March.
Yeah, exactly. And that's 60 days away or so?
Yeah.
February.
Yeah, it'll be here before you guys know it. So,
Yeah.
we'll all be watching GPK in our hopefully open theaters, or for some of you, your preferred home theater.
And while waiting, you can always buy the Scorpion Releasing's Blu-ray of Voyage into Space and enjoy some Johnny Sacco. And then you can buy the other amazing stuff like the Invisible Man Blu-ray coming from Arrow with 2 of the first Tokusatsu movies ever.
Or, watch those Gamma sets that just dropped the other day from Arrow as well.
Very true. Point is, 60 days, there is more than a year's worth of Tokusatsu available for Western audiences.
Yeah.
So there will be enough that can keep us going.
I mean, also in February, just to kind of buy some time, we got that Tom and Jerry movie, if anyone's looking forward to that one.
So moving on, I guess, do you guys, we've got some Playmates reveals for some new merchandise, and we got some SH Monster Arts.
Yeah.
So what do you guys think about that?
The SH Monster Art, I guess I'll just start off. But SH Monster Arts, they look good. Godzilla more or less looks like a repaint of the 2019 with new hand and possibly some minor changes in the sculpt.
Or the skin color.
It looks like there's some minor changes in the sculpt. I could be wrong, but some angles just looks a little different to the 2019 figure. Unfortunately, despite the fact that he's painted like he's charging up his atomic breath, he does not come with any beam effect parts.
Typical.
Yeah. Typical SH Monster Arts. Kong looks good. Entirely new sculpt. The axe is honestly quite cool.
Definitely the most detailed. And way better than Playmates.
Yeah. I think that the beard looks a little off. I've heard some people that say that it looks too full, I guess, and I kind of see what they mean by that. Despite its flaws, I still think it looks quite good. And I probably won't pick up the Godzilla because I already have 2019, but I want to get the Kong. And if they do a Mecha Godzilla, then I'll probably get that.
Yeah. And I'm really curious if they'll actually do a Mecha Godzilla.
Well, on like the fan site for SH Monster Arts, which usually is a fairly good source despite being a fan site, and they seem to have a question mark for a third figure, for a third upcoming SH Monster Arts. So there's a possibility we could be getting Mechagodzilla fairly soon. Or maybe something else, who knows? Maybe it'll be a Monster Hunter figure.
The only other thing I could think of, and I doubt it'll be a Monster Hunter thing, the only thing I think of is maybe a Warbat. Though, not that Warbat's not a cool kaiju or anticipated, everyone really liking a new monster and all. It just makes the most sense if it's Mecha G, because Godzilla, Kong, and Mecha G, they're the hype theory, and why else would they keep this last hidden, but the other two, oh hey, it's 2021 Kong and Godzilla. It just makes the most sense if it's Mecha G.
Well, it could be because, maybe what happens if it has to do with Singular Point. Another possibility. Because it's coming out like right afterwards in Japan, I believe.
Yeah.
Like
Didn't they say summer? I think in the summer?
April.
Like April.
Yeah, which is right after March. So right when GPK drops, you're only going to have to wait one more month if you're in Japan for Singular. So it could be a real possibility. Really. It could be something related to Singular Point.
Possibly.
Could
yeah. They're close. They're close in time, but either way, we're not getting these figures. We won't be able to get our hands on these guys till
May.
Yeah, summertime.
May for Japan, June for America.
That Kong though does come with a lot of accessories though for being around $60. So that's pretty good for Monster Art.
Yeah.
Because before, because Monster Arts, that's really good way, and I hope they keep going this direction, because the last figure that we had was GMK 2001 Atomic Breath, which is a huge disappointment. Around $95, and doesn't even have Atomic Breath.
Yeah.
Yet,
now, I will say, Godzilla's pretty lackluster. The paint on the mouth is really stupid, and no beam effects.
It's gross. Yeah. Overall, it doesn't look good. Kong's definitely a much higher highlight, especially at that price point with all the things he comes with. I'm definitely picking up Kong.
Yeah.
No, sorry, bro.
Again, I personally have the 2019, the regular 2019, so for me, there's pretty much no reason to care much for the 2021 outside of the hands, really. But that's not really a justifiable reason to spend 60. In my country, in my currency, it's even more money than that, probably 70 or 80-ish. So, so yeah.
Now, out of curiosity, is anybody going to pick up the Playmates toys that have leaked out on eBay that I learned today are from the Asian markets. I'm guessing they got it early, and it is official. Playmates confirmed it.
Are they the small Playmates?
Uh,
I'm not getting anything Playmates, no. I do not want to buy anything from Playmates. After what, I would have preferred if NECA would have stayed and have done more Godzilla stuff. I cannot see Playmates succeeding over them. I just can't.
Sorry to say, buddy, but they're actually doing pretty good, so sorry to bust your nuts there.
Burst your bubble.
It's just the figures, they're not as good. They're definitely not as good. They're more of a Bandai quality.
They're made for a different market, mind you. So
yeah.
They're made for the market that the
Children.
Jack Pacific was filling.
Right.
And I'm going to be a Debbie Downer here, but Toho did pick Playmates. Like, that's... NECA did not want to pay for the master license, because then NECA would have been the main person behind everything Godzilla related. They didn't want to do that. Too expensive. Playmates was willing to do that, and now we're going to start seeing Playmates really licensing out these characters and pushing out a lot of merchandise.
Yeah, we've got a Burning Godzilla and Jet Jaguar confirmed on the way from Playmates. So
we've also had Megalon, Gorosaurus.
I'm ready for that one.
Yeah, tons of them. Very exciting.
Another thing too is don't forget, if you were a fan of the small Jack Pacific figures like I was, at first I didn't think I was going to get anything to correspond with that, but now thanks to these I guess leaks, I'm kind of excited because now I'm getting more mini stuff, because I buy bigger figures are expensive, but I like kind of having smaller figures as well, just friendlier to your shelf, if you will.
Yeah.
I mean, take up less space.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know, like, it's, the first figures they made, which was like last year, I think, that kind of left a bad impression on me. That kind of put a bad taste in my mouth for Playmates. So that's kind of originally why I was not going to get them. So
the theory behind those is when GVK got delayed, Playmates needed to get something to Walmart, and they were like, okay, let's buy some sculpts, let's make up some quick action figures, and that's when we got Destroy a Space Godzilla Shin, and that was it. Those were the three, and then of course they started issuing out all the Bandai stuff under the Playmates banner, and that's because they bought those sculpts from Bandai Creation.
Yeah. That deal has
Also,
ended, for the record.
Like that awful Final Wars Godzilla they did.
Well, here's another thing,
Spyro
as well.
yeah.
Look at the difference between the GPK stuff that's been coming out. Like, just you can see the pictures like I can. Like, just look at those before and tell me, do they look bad for what they are? Like, they look awful.
No, they look pretty good.
They look decent. I like Jack Pacific quality, which they're not like SH Monster or Bandai, like,
or NECA,
of course. But or NECAs.
Oh yeah.
But they're decent for what they are. If you're in for the cheaper market, maybe you don't have $30 to blow on a figure. You want to buy something for $10 or below. It fills up that market. And again, they're bringing Kaiju over here that we have not had in a long time.
Absolutely.
And another thing also, Spyro, don't forget, this doesn't take away that we're getting more Japanese stuff like the Movie Monster series.
Kong is confirmed. Confirmed from Movie Monster series.
Yeah.
I love the Movie Monster series. I have like 4 of them so far. But
yeah, we're getting more of those.
Nice.
Yeah, we're getting way more of
the
those.
only one confirmed is Kong. I could see them reissuing or repainting 2019 and do it, and I can also see MG being announced later down the road.
Mm-hmm.
But those two are just speculation, mind you.
I don't know about you guys, but were any of you guys surprised, like going into your local like Walmart and seeing that many Godzilla figures just randomly come out of nowhere? Because I know
Yeah.
I was taken off guard when I went to my local Walmart, and I was like, "What are all these Godzilla toys coming out of nowhere?"
Unfortunately
Yeah.
for me, the Playmates figures, they only started showing up. Not even the GVK ones, just the regular Godzilla and Kong ones started showing
Yeah.
up like I
I'm
want to
a
say a month or two ago.
Mm.
But even then, I've only ever seen the Kongs and the 11-inch Final Wars Godzilla. So
Yeah, I'm the same story. They were just randomly there. I did not hear any news about them. I knew they were coming out eventually, but that's really it. And suddenly, boom, Kong with axe, Godzilla with radio tower. And I said, well,
Yeah,
time to
it
get
it
these.
felt like it just randomly appeared. I remember there was like a whole aisle at Walmart just filled with Godzilla stuff.
Yes,
And I was
and
taken off guard because, you walk by the toys usually in Walmart and you see what's in there and you just see all these Godzilla toys and it's like, whoa, where did these come from?
not to
It's
mention how many they are. Like I think the
Yeah.
last time I actually decided to do an exact count just because there was like 27.
You guys are lucky because, like, where I
I only
live,
saw like
there's
5.
hardly any like Godzilla stuff. So
Yeah, same here.
Oof.
Yeah.
speaking
I mean-
of that, go ahead, Geek.
Oh, I was just gonna say, kind of similar to Spyro. Yeah, you guys are lucky because in my area, we still have King of the Monsters stuff on my Walmart shelves because it didn't sell. So I don't think there's any GPK merc. I haven't seen any, at least in my local Walmart. But that's because King of the Monsters stuff I've never moved.
Oof.
Yeah,
Um,
Godzilla's not doing too well in my area.
Like when King of the Monsters came out, I never saw anything for them.
I
really,
barely saw stuff too.
Yeah, I
You-
never saw anything.
Never went
You
to my
didn't-
I got it all.
Yeah, same.
It's funny we mentioned Walmart and not having stuff. Today on Adam Wingard's Instagram, he posted on his story he was at Walmart and he had one of the gigantic Godzilla figures. And then his next story post was they were all sold out of everything else but that one Godzilla. And he's like, it's great to see these figures selling out. So that's kind of funny.
Since we're on the subject of Playmates, who is hyped for the Warbat figure? I don't know about y'all, but since he's really the only one, I think it's pretty good for a $10. Not 100%, not like some really high quality stuff, but I think for $10, I think it's a pretty decent figure, and I plan on picking him up. I also have heard
Me
that some
too.
Walmarts are starting to put him out, despite saying that the second wave of Playmates Godzilla vs. Kong figures will be in March. I have heard some Walmarts around my area putting them out, though I haven't gone to Walmart in a while, so I'll have to go check and see if I can pick one up.
Definitely.
Definitely. I think what is that? It's Warbat, no, that's what it's called, that kaiju.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think Warbat has a really interesting design. I think it's really cool. I may not agree too much with his name, but I do think he's a very cool design.
I think Wingard himself called him on his Instagram. He called him Nozuki.
Yeah, there's
Nozuki.
actually a story
That's
behind
better.
that ET told me. I think he said it was confirmed. Nozuki was the original name, but for some reason, apparently, that's going to be hard to pronounce for younger audiences, so they changed it to Warback, which is also
That's my guess.
That's what it does.
Probably.
Which I think that's stupid.
Wait, what is it? Nozuki?
Yeah.
Nozuki.
How is that hard to say?
It's not really.
Have you
I
seen
mean, I
people try and
guess I can
pronounce
see.
Ghidorah? It's
Yeah.
really funny.
Well, that's
Ghidorah is
Ghidorah.
hilarious.
Yep.
Yeah.
America apparently has some translating issues. That's for darn sure.
How do we English? I think it's broken.
Yes, it very much is.
Or it's like
That's why I'm saying Kong's getting an axe. I think Godzilla should get a gun. We got to
Wait,
keep America involved, you know? It is an American
What do you
Godzilla.
think?
Well,
Well,
Godzilla
the
has his
rumors
Tony
about-
Brass.
Yeah.
Well, we haven't gotten our Mechagodzilla figure yet. Maybe he comes with, an arsenal
AK?
of all the guns.
He just
Maybe
has
not AK.
finger missiles.
He's this is an American movie, so it's going to be an AR, obviously. AR.
Obviously.
AR or some
Yes.
kind of shotgun. Some kind of
Shotgun would probably be better.
Like a double barrel shotgun.
double barrel break action shotgun. That would be awesome.
Godzilla
Wait,
Doom guy.
One shot to Kong, double tap them. That would be amazing.
Yeah. Kong's gonna be out. If Godzilla gets a gun, that's it.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but Kong's already in the grave at that point.
Maybe a minigun, like one of those rotating ones. Just a giant minigun just shows like him pick it up. He
Jeez.
roars in the air while just holding down the trigger, mowing down a city.
At that point, he's gonna put like a red bandana on his forehead, like Rambo, and just start firing.
I mean, we make flags that size. How hard would it be to take one off of a flagpole and just wrap it around your forehead? Bam, there we go.
Boom. There we go.
The movie.
There
There
you go.
the movie.
Instead of
Introducing Rambo Godzilla.
Mecha G, he's just known as let me try to think of a stupid name. Gun G. Yeah,
Gun G.
Mecha Gunzilla. Or something
Gun
stupid
G.
like that. Yes.
And Arnold Schwarzenegger voicing Mecha G. Oh, come on!
Get to the chopper.
Personally, I'm Team Godzilla for me because it's like I love Godzilla more than Kong. I just love big giant lizards. You know, that's something that
Yeah.
I've loved
Whoa
since
there.
I was a little kid.
Whoa!
That's something.
And
Actually, that's a great question. What team is everybody? I'm just going to go down. Devilman, what team are you?
I'm Team Goji. Always have been.
Geek?
Team Jacob. Oh wait, I'm sorry. We're talking Godzilla. My bad.
Wow.
I watched this 10 years ago.
Team Edward.
No, I'm
Team military. Which
yeah, I am. I'm team. I'm actually Team Kong. Believe it or not, bigger King Kong fan than Godzilla fan. I'm sorry. I'm a fake.
I'm a fake.
And then
picture says
Spyro,
otherwise.
you said Godzilla. Shadow, are you the monkey or the lizard?
Spicy iguana.
I see.
Yes.
We all.
And then Rex, I think I know the answer, but go ahead.
Yes, I am Team Godzilla.
All right. Well, Geek, it was a pleasure having you in this conversation. But,
Yeah, you're welcome.
unfortunately, we're going to have to vote somebody off the island. This
And
podcast,
sadly, it's the Monkey Man.
this podcast is officially Team Godzilla.
Can I present my case at least why I'm Team Kong at least?
Nope,
Sure.
nope,
No.
just subjectively wrong.
You just like monkeys too much.
like Kong looks
He
back.
likes him
and
so
he's got
much,
like
he's turning
five.
into one.
He has
Kong
rejected
looks back.
humanity.
Kong looks back and he's got like 5 Godzillas jumping on him.
Or he's one of the
But go-
people that think Godzilla, or not Godzilla. He's one of the people that think Kong won in 1962.
But I mean, Godzilla was gone. Where
Am I
was he?
right?
Why-
In the
It's a
ocean where
tie.
he belonged.
It was a tie.
It was
It
a tie.
Wait,
Can
no,
we talk about that for a quick second?
there was an
Kong
alternate
won.
ending. Well, okay, here's the thing though, Rex. In the movie, initially, they said Kong won. And then, immediately after Toho said Godzilla won. The Godzilla 2000 DVD says it was a tie. And there's like 5 other references that will say it's one of those 3.
So basically, we'll never know.
Kong wins.
Pretty much.
No.
If Kong didn't win that, why did Godzilla let him swim away then?
Well, Godzilla swam away.
Plus, Godzilla
So
lives in the ocean.
You know how
So he
long of a
retreated.
swim that is for a monkey?
So
Very
he
long.
retreated.
Yeah, he like drowned probably like halfway there, maybe not even halfway. There's like
Kong
no
even
way he
swim?
swam all the way back.
Continuation: King Kong vs. Godzilla 2. The monkey drowns.
Like
Yeah, that's how
I
That's
mean,
a win.
we don't see what happens after Kong jumps to dodge the beam in the trailer, so you never know. He just drops, and that's the end of the movie.
Yep.
Good
Yeah,
movie,
that might be the
everybody.
final
Kong
scene.
drowned. It's over.
And then we get Blue Oyster again.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ooh, Blue Oyster Godzilla.
I would like to have that again. Y'all can say it's stupid repeating the same end credit song. I will be singing it.
I want a Rob Zombie Godzilla Kong song.
Can we get Ocean Man?
When the monkey drowns.
Take me by the hand, take me.
If Kong
That
doesn't
you
drown and they
understand.
immediately don't play Ocean Man, I'm gonna be pretty pissed.
But it can't
No,
just
that's
be regular
when,
Ocean Man. It has to be the crappy 12-year-old cover.
Yeah,
Here's also
absolutely.
one thing. If Kong does win, if Kong doesn't throw his poop on Godzilla's like half dead corpse, I would not say he wins.
I'll be pretty happy if Kong
if
throws
he
his
does
poop.
win, I want to see him do that. That is official victory right there. Y'all can say otherwise.
Yeah.
Speaking of Kong winning, going back, Geek, why are you King Kong? Or Team Kong?
Why are you the monkey?
Traitor.
Well, plain and simply, he kind of won the last time. We got a
Oh.
Skull Island.
No, he did.
Well, fine, you want to debate it, whatever. Monkey swam away and Lizard was nowhere to be seen. Obviously, I guess Lizard somehow won that battle. Okay.
In the Japanese
The lizard
edit.
probably dragged him into the ocean 5 minutes after. That's why he
Godzilla
probably
retreated.
drowned.
He lost a deer with it.
Yeah.
No, well, if you watch the Japanese version, Godzilla wins.
Obviously.
Yes,
Obviously.
of course.
Why
As
would
he
Toho
should.
want him to lose?
Exactly.
I feel they
Money.
let America win. They were kind of afraid of America. So I feel they just let the
Well,
monkey
don't
win.
forget, I mean,
Go ahead.
Kong's very important to Kaiju. If Kong never happened, there would be most likely no Godzilla, no nothing. Kong
Correct.
is basically the grandpa. It's the Texas Chainsaw, similar to how Texas Chainsaw Massacre was sort of the first slasher film. Kong was the first, kaiju film.
Second.
First stop motion or second.
Second.
Well, I said
Second.
kaiju. The
Second.
Lost World was the
The
first.
Lost World counts.
How
The
do they
Lost
count
World
kaiju?
counts.
They're dinosaurs.
Well, actually, they don't look like their real counterparts. They're strange beasts. I win.
Also, didn't they not know what dinosaurs really look like at the time? That's why they kind of
Yeah, exactly.
That.
They kind of were trying to,
They're
was
not
what
accurate.
they thought dinosaurs looked like. They're not accurate now, and people can laugh at them because they're very inaccurate. But
But they're
Didn't one of the
how-
T-Rexes look like a kangaroo?
yep.
yes.
Like I remember that. Like the T-Rex looked like a kangaroo almost.
I mean, even
Yep.
then,
Hey, I would
look
rather-
like today.
Like, I would rather have my dinosaurs look the way I want them to look instead of, being totally realistic.
Just saying, if I get a ton of hate comments from dinosaur fans, I'm sending them your DMs, Spyro.
Yup.
Send them right to your Discord, bro.
Actually, it's not a T-Rex.
It's a V-Rex.
But-
It's a
Yeah.
P.
Long story short, Kong, in my mind, is a little bit. Do not get me wrong. Godzilla still has his place, and he's obviously the more maybe powerful of the two. But Kong is the one with the most potential to basically pull something out that can be very interesting, entertaining, and unseen. Because
Right.
let's be honest, everyone
Don't
walking
lie,
in.
you just like him because he's a monkey.
He has rejected.
I do like my
humanity.
monkeys, but I do like my lizards more. But again, it's just the character of Kong.
So then why are you
I
Team
really-
Kong?
I told you I'm King Kong.
No, but you
Respect.
like
Out of respect.
you like lizards
Yeah,
more.
not just respect, but I think he actually is going to win as well. That's why I'm like, Team Kong, because I think he's going to win it.
It just
Alrighty.
be better.
You dare to
Press X
disrespect
to
the King of the
doubt.
Monsters?
I mean, we literally have an axe that can supposedly counter Godzilla's atomic breath. The only thing he has left, as far as we know, unless they give Godzilla a new ability, is maybe
Like
his
what?
nuclear pulse. But even then, I don't know how superpowered he'll be. I don't know if the humans are just gonna drop a nuke on him again and give him soup him up again.
Yeah, something tells me they don't have nukes laying around just to drop on Godzilla to juice him up.
Yet they had
Yeah,
yet
exactly.
they had an oxygen
So
destroyer.
again, it's one of those things. Also, look at the trailer. Kong's the one who's getting all the hits in, where Godzilla's just kind of flowing around. And again, Godzilla could actually kill Kong a lot easier, but he kind of has to hit him.
Yeah,
And
he
Godzilla
I
has
think
not
that's
hit him
all a
in the trailer.
marketing thing.
yeah.
Could be.
Also, I
speaking-
don't think they'd risk nuking Kong. Like, I'm not sure what would happen if they nuke Kong. Like, maybe that's not such a great idea.
Which is
And
probably why they're using Mecha Godzilla
Also,
instead.
True.
final thing to add as well, we are getting a MonsterVerse show about Skull Island. Now, there's no confirmation that it would be
Monkey.
about, monkey on the island or lizard on the island. But, it's Skull Island, and if you're going to have a show about Skull Island, it would make sense that Kong would be in it. Now,
Right.
I don't know if that's going to be a prequel before this or after this again, 'cause I don't think we have that much information on it. But again, we have a show. Now, why would anyone want to go see a MonsterVerse Skull Island show if Kong just got his butt handed to him?
I'll tell you what.
I also
Why?
watched it.
Because you want to see what happens to the loser.
And you want
the
to see if
fallout.
someone dies.
Right. So, and this is a perfect gateway because this was going to be our next topic, was the Skull Island anime series. But why would you, we know what Godzilla's going to do. He's going to keep doing his own thing. He's going to swim around. He's going to be the king of the monsters, But what's Kong going to do if he loses? He's no longer an alpha. He's not the alpha. He's now second, at least in his mind. So, how does he retaliate to that? What happens to Skull Island now that Kong knows I just lost it? It's now Godzilla's territory, and I have to obey him. That's if Godzilla wins, and they don't kill Kong.
Well,
Now we haven't really had a proper. Now I know Netflix had another King Kong series, but I don't think we've had a proper King Kong animated series since 2000 with
Since
Kong.
1966, that's the last time we had an official King Kong series.
No, we didn't. We
Yeah.
had one in 2000. Remember?
That's not King Kong.
that's not King Kong. That's Kong. It's just Kong.
And technically speaking, we still haven't. We've only had one official King Kong series.
They're
And
the
that was-
same. They're the same thing.
They're different. There's I guarantee you, the Skull Island anime will not have dinosaurs. I guarantee it.
How much are you willing to bet?
$100.
I will not take you on that offer.
I'm going to take you on that offer if you lose.
Wow.
They're not going to be T-Rexes. They're going to be V-Rexes.
T-Rexes.
Universal will not allow them to have dinosaurs on the island, and I don't think we'll ever see them.
I mean, they had dinosaurs in the 2000 animated series. They had them in the 60s one, I think.
In the 60s one, because that was King Kong, and in the 2000s one, I don't believe... Did they?
Yeah, they did.
Sure.
They were on an island that had dinosaurs in it.
Oh yeah, there was.
Yeah,
Or was that the main... Was that Skull Island?
yeah, that was Skull Island, I believe.
I'd have to check and see.
I don't think.
I've recently been watching that. I still have yet to see the last few episodes of it. But what's interesting though is that it was running around the same time as the Godzilla animated series, based on the '98 movie. So, where I think it started a little bit after the Godzilla series had wrapped up. So
Got cancelled.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
That's bad.
both of them got canceled. Actually, both series.
Ouch.
Yeah.
Yeah, both only ran for like 2 seasons, and then they got axed. So
Are we also not considering though that this Kong series could be like right before
Could be.
GVK?
It could
I
be.
doubt
Like,
it.
what was Kong doing during King of the Monsters? We don't really know. He was a monkey on an
Yeah, we know-
island far away.
We know a little bit since the books are supposed to be canon.
Well, if that's the case, then why is Awakening basically not canon?
That is true.
I mean, Legendary still considers it canon.
But it's
What?
the continuity errors. It's
I
not.
threw it out the window.
It's broken. It's
just-
Toho logic.
We just don't acknowledge them.
That's true.
Yeah. Speaking
Fair
of
enough.
series,
So
there's one
basically,
thing.
we pull a Heisei Godzilla fan.
Oof.
Hey, watch it, buddy.
Oh no.
That's my hot take.
I guess let's take it with a grain of salt then. I wanted to say one thing
Me too.
more about the Kong series. We just don't have enough information on where it's going to be. Because as far as we know, it can just be a complete spin-off. And it's not at all... not related. What's the word?
Well, it is MonsterVerse still.
But that's all we
Yeah.
know.
Yeah,
we don't
but
know
we
if
don't
Kong's
know-
even in it.
We don't know if it's canon or not. That's the thing. We know it's going
Wait,
to
we
be...
literally don't know?
We don't know if it's canon or not. We don't know what time. We don't know what's canon. We just know it's happening on Netflix.
It's set in
So
the
wait, is it called
MonsterVerse.
Skull
It's
Island
named
or
Skull
Kong?
Island. It's named Skull Island.
Oh, well then. Yeah.
And we have a brief plot synopsis. People get
Read it.
shipwrecked, and they have to. I mean, I can read the 5 sentences it is.
But you gotta
But-
do it intensely like you did earlier.
Yeah.
Right.
No
you know,
study.
I should do a voiceover over the trailer for GVK, and it's like, one monkey, one lizard, destined to fight, or something.
Atomic lizard versus big monkey.
Big monkey with axe versus lizard that can shoot laser beams.
Yeah.
Lizard, now with gun.
Also, while I'm looking this up, what do you guys think about the fact it's an anime and not a cartoon?
Oh wait, like
Skull
anime,
Island?
like my profile picture.
Yes, it says anime.
Oh no.
Oh, man. So
I don't
Skull
know.
Island's
Last
gonna be
time we
anime?
had an anime.
Yes.
Oh no.
I don't know. There's not enough to judge on yet. So
If
I'll
I'm
just say
not-
bias. Bias.
If I'm not mistaken, I believe it's from. I believe it's being animated by the animation studio behind Castlevania, but I could be wrong on that.
As long as it's not that 3D anime.
Nothing like it.
I mean, I
might
I
be-
prefer 2D.
It might be 3D, unfortunately,
No.
but I'm not entirely
Really?
sure. So don't quote me on that.
As long as it's nothing
really
crazy
hope
like
not.
some kind of Attack on Titan stuff, then I think I'll be fine.
Yeah.
Okay, here we go. The plot follows shipwrecked characters desperate to survive the most dangerous place on Earth. The island that is home to colossal monsters, including the Mega Primus Kong. That's it.
Dude, that was amazing.
There you go.
Once again, you got me excited.
It's definitely getting over curiosity. That's for sure. A Kong anime series, never been done before. You know.
Well, and so's Tomb Raider. Tomb Raider's also getting an anime.
Yeah.
Gross.
That's fair.
Complete. That's gonna be garbage. I can already tell you, it's gonna be hot garbage.
I mean, how else do you like your garbage?
Cold.
Yeah, I prefer cold. You know, like a good ice cream. I don't want it to be melting pieces.
I don't want it to burn.
I like room temperature garbage.
I don't want it to be. I don't want it to be the Predator 2018 and burn me alive.
Ugh.
2018 Predator gag.
But moving on, speaking of hot garbage, there's some CGI in this next thing we're talking about that's kind of hot garbage, but I think is alright. Shin Ultraman, directed by Shinji Higuchi, got its teaser trailer released. All 30 seconds. What do you guys... I guess we'll go down the list here. Devilman, then Geek, then Spyro, then Shadow. What did you guys think of the trailer? Have you seen it? Are you excited?
I've seen it, and I'm pretty excited. I mean, the CGI, of course, is probably going to get better. That's all I can say. It probably will get better.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm with you there. It will be, if it's anything like Shin Godzilla, it definitely will get better. Even after its theatrical run, it'll probably it'll look pretty good in on home video. So
yeah,
we got a lot of time to wait for it to look good.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So we're not too sure if it could stay the same, or most likely it will get better. It looks like a very rough CGI.
Mm-hmm.
And it's probably not finished. They're just giving us a little taste of what it could be.
Yeah.
So yeah, I'm pretty hyped for it.
Nice. Geek Rage, have you seen it?
Yes, I have.
What did you think?
I am extremely hyped for it. I was a big fan of. I'm a big fan of Ultraman in general, especially Showa, which this is based on my personal favorite of the series, which was the original Ultraman. I'm a very big fan of also because it's the same people who did Shin Godzilla. I love that movie, so I'm really excited about the fact that they're now going to give that Shin treatment to Ultraman, and they're keeping all the unique things, at least according to the teaser, of what I liked about Shin Godzilla, such as the interesting, cinematography and stuff like that, is carrying over. The effects are really looking great, where they're not as just personal preference of mine. A lot of CGI movies make the monsters, when they do them, look animated, like it's a cartoon, where this kind of has a bit more of a realistic look to it, where it looks like a practical effect, like a suit,
Mm-hmm.
But it still has that, it's still CGI. So at least if the shots are consistent, I think it's going to look really good when it finally comes out. But I do know there's some people who prefer the more animated look of most CGI monsters. So they obviously have made their word known where they don't like it. But I'm personally very excited. It's something I'm looking very closely to, and I am mad we are probably not going to get it until sometime next year at the soonest.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
All right.
But I'm hyped. It looks cool.
And then Spyro, what have you seen it? Are you excited?
I haven't really seen much from it. I'm not much of an Ultraman guy. The only thing of Ultraman that I've seen is the Netflix anime. That's really it. So, I haven't really seen anything else Ultraman. I don't really follow any of the trailers or anything like that, so I had kind of almost no idea about this. I heard a little bit about it from a few people, but that was it. So,
alrighty. And then Shadow.
I'm the same with Spyro. It's not that I don't like Ultraman. I just don't have the personal interest. I'll definitely try to get into some one day. As of now, not anytime soon. I didn't watch the trailer. I think it looks really interesting. The only really problem I can say is, like Geek mentioned, the CGI just kind of doesn't match everything else. Because it's supposed to be that more Shin, very, very realistic. But other than that, I think not too bad. Not sure if I'll watch it, but for the other Ultraman fans, I think it'll be pretty good.
Yeah. And then I already know what Rex is going to say, but go ahead, Rex.
Okay, so some of this is going to be stuff that I've said before, but a lot of it.
Here we go. Wake me up when it's all over.
Got to get ready for this one.
From what I've seen of it, from what this trailer shows. I'm very excited for this movie. I think it'll probably be either my favorite or second favorite film of the year. Probably more than I think I might like it more than GBK. I think I'll enjoy it more because just I have a lot of faith in this, mainly because of Shin Godzilla. But I mean, there's also the fact that I like Anno's writing and I like Higuchi's directing from what I've seen of their stuff, whether it be Evangelion or the live-action Attack on Titan movies.
Ugh.
So that, but the CGI, I don't disagree with what people are saying per se. It's not perfect, definitely, to say the least, but
Oh, well,
I don't think it's that bad. I think this is the one sentence that I've said 1,000 times in like the last 2 days, but I think just they look too clean, so just adding some dirt and dust to the model itself or the texture could possibly go a long way.
It's gonna go a long way.
And not as much as like it's just a subtle thing that adds to it. And I guess one more issue I have is that maybe everything looks flat on the model, so like flat in sort of the same way. Like the lips on Noronga have pretty much the same. I'm gonna say lips in quotes on Noronga. It's got the same shine as the scales do, and I think that's the other issue with it. But otherwise, it looks lower budget than Shin Godzilla, so really it's not that big of a deal to me.
Yeah. And I was really surprised that Noronga and Gabora were the ones they picked. I wasn't expecting that.
Two baritones. Right? And it is interesting how the models, specifically the scales on the body, are very, very similar. Like borderline the same pattern with minor differences.
Yeah.
Especially if you look at the actual the images that just got released of the CGI models by themselves.
Yeah.
Even more obvious there.
And I guess I'll kind of give my thoughts. Everybody's kind of voiced kind of my overall opinion, though I'm very excited to see it. And honestly, like, Brush to the Gods is my most anticipated this year. And then it's Godzilla vs. Kong, and then a close second is Shin Ultraman. So those are kind of like my top three. And Shin Ultraman looks really interesting, and I'm really excited. I hope that it's better than Shin Godzilla, because Shin Godzilla was not one of my favorites. So hopefully we get that. Now, I guess we'll move on to the next bit of Ultraman news. I expect Rex will be talking mostly in this, because I think everyone else here is kind of out of the loop, especially here. We got a hint at the next Ultra Galaxy Fight series. Rex, do you just kind of want to explain what that is? And if anybody wants to throw in their thoughts, they can be like, oh yeah, that sounds kind of cool. Or we can just be like, okay, shut up, nerd.
So, Ultra Galaxy Fight is just so there's Ultra Galaxy Fight New Gen Heroes and Ultra Galaxy Fight The Absolute Conspiracy, which just finished airing. They're just short YouTube miniseries. Short Ultraman miniseries on YouTube that the first one basically focused on a lot of the new gen heroes, so Ginga through to the Rosso and Blue brothers. And this one's sort of focusing on just going through the one that just finished airing, I should say, is just going through the hits, sort of like some of the obscure history of the Ultra series. Like they've got Andros Melos in it, which is pretty cool. But so that just finished airing. I am only up to the 7th episode of that out of the 10, so I think it ends on a cliffhanger. I'm not certain on that.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry. But
Thanks, man.
well, it's something that at
I
least
think it's
leaves
a little too late
open.
for the spoiler alert.
I mean, we brought up Mechagodzilla earlier, so should have done spoiler alert then.
That's not really a spoiler.
Kind of thought it was
That's been
almost
revealed.
common knowledge.
Yeah, there's so much leading to it at this point. It's like someone said that's just common knowledge on Mecha G.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
they really like showed us Mecha G in the beginning, anyways. But
Yeah.
you know,
He's there. There's no
Yeah.
denying it.
peeking his head up.
Mhm.
But yeah, so Ultra Galaxy Fight, the teaser image for it came out, was actually leaked, and then just today, after the final episode of Absolute Conspiracy aired, the image got officially revealed, which is basically just artwork of villain of Absolute Conspiracy and 3 other figures that are shrouded in some sort of mystery, so
Shrouded
That'd
in
be interesting.
shadow.
yes. So
Wait, what do
And
I have to do with
it's
this? Nothing. I'm just pointing out stupid jokes.
yeah, it
I
says-
am the ultimate villain. You guys know too much. You shall die in my wrath.
So I just imagine that if Absolute Conspiracy does end on a cliffhanger like I've heard, then this will probably be the climax of sorts to the trilogy, even though Absolute Tartarus was introduced in Conspiracy, so whatever.
Interesting. Hopefully, Mill Creek can get the rights to do the Ultra Galaxy Fight stuff and put that out on Blu-ray in the future.
The Japanese Blu-ray for Absolute Conspiracy comes out soon.
Yeah, I think I heard something about that.
And it's got new footage too, which would be interesting.
Yeah. Now, moving on to the last thing, or the last 2 things here. This probably hits more closer to home for everyone. Cloverfield 4, or Cloverfield 2 True sequel, has been announced, and we have a writer attached. I will move down from Devilman, and we'll go through the motions again. What do you think about this announcement and reveal, Devilman?
Pretty excited. I don't remember if I ever finished watching Cloverfield. I remember seeing very vivid parts of it, but I'm not too sure about it. It's a film I need to go back to for sure. But I am interested to see, the new installment.
Yeah, definitely. Also, before we go any further, in the announcement, we also got the reveal that Paramount will not be doing another found footage film. It will be a normal movie. So, that's something interesting. Geek, what's your thoughts on this?
Cloverfield Paradox, man, just kind of destroyed the Cloverfield franchise to me. I'm probably going to check it out as a monster fan, but it's going to have to do a lot to win me back. And if it doesn't, I'm probably not going to watch any more Cloverfield here on out afterwards. So it's one shot to win me back. Cloverfield Paradox was just a mess, and kind of ruined the franchise for me. But I'm willing to give it another shot.
Nice.
If this is supposed to be the true sequel, if you will.
Paradox was the one
You
where
just
they
gotta
were
give it
in
a
the
chance.
space shuttle, correct?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, just double
Yeah,
checking.
and it kind of the plot of Paradox, kind of destroyed any tension that the Cloverfield universe could have had with how it did its storytelling, to the point where it really kind of undermined the other film. But I'm willing to see if they decanonize it in the sequel, which I wouldn't want to lose 12 Cloverfield Lane per se, because I think it adds more mystery. But if they decide, nope, only the first Cloverfield's canon to this movie, I'd probably be more down for it, because I did like the first one.
Alrighty. And then Spyro, what's your thoughts on Cloverfield 2/4?
Honestly, I'm not really too interested in it. I've only seen the first Cloverfield movie, and I kind of liked it. I just didn't know how to feel about the whole found footage thing. That's really all I can say about it. There's not much I can come up with to say. Since
Alrighty.
I am not really experienced with
We haven't seen
the
any
franchise.
trailer for it though.
Right,
Yeah,
right.
it only just got announced, like yesterday, pretty much.
So who knows really what it could be?
Yeah.
Hopefully
We
it's
just
something
have to
good.
find out.
And then
Oh, yeah.
Shadow?
All right, so this is the fourth installment, correct?
Yes.
So I didn't watch the very first one, but I did watch the one where I think the setting was in New York, and the film was being recorded through a camera, and then
That's
That
the first
was the first.
oh, that was
That's
the first.
one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, so then it was that one. Paradox was the third, then.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, then I haven't watched the second. I'll have to
10
watch
Cloverfield Lane.
Cloverfield Lane. Okay, I guess I accidentally skipped it. So I did watch the first Cloverfield. I thought it was pretty good. The camera aspect was definitely something interesting. Not the first time a film was like that, but I think it just adds to the real scariness of seeing from a human's point of view, especially seeing how big Cloverfield was from, like I said, a human's view on him just towering over everything, and then the little monsters biting people, and like a few hours later, you would apparently explode. Then the third one,
Yeah.
Paradox,
Yeah.
I'm with Geek. It kind of sucked. Complete mess and completely different from the original Cloverfield. But overall, even Paradox I thought was okay. It was kind of stupid still, but I am excited to see this fourth Cloverfield. Nothing like, yay, finally, or nothing, but I think it can be good.
Nice.
It definitely fixed the
Nice.
mistakes. I just hope it fixes the mistake Paradox made.
Yeah.
And is there anything we have to go to start on of? I mean, we really don't know much about it. Is there
We
anything?
have
know
the
that-
writer.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Joe Barton, I believe, who
Who is doing the Batman HBO show.
yeah.
Outside of that, and the fact that J.J. Abrams' Bad Robot and Paramount Pictures will still be doing it, so even though J.J. moved to WB, they will be working on it at Paramount, and that it won't be found footage, and it's a true sequel. That's all we know. And that's
So it's
probably
really-
all we will know. They're
Yeah.
very quiet about these films.
So it's really open to anything happening.
Yeah, at
Yes.
this point.
Yeah.
Rex, what's your thoughts on this?
I'm interested in it. Because I really like the first Cloverfield movie. It gave me something that I really wanted from the kaiju genre, and something that I actually wanted, something that I really wish 2014 gave me, because there are some shots. There's some shots in the movie where, whether it be how you look up at the monster or just seeing it through a skyscraper, that really give that scale and the tension, the gravity to this attack. Sorry, and as well as that, some of the mystery that the marketing campaign for the original had was quite interesting, and not even the sequels had it. At least 10 Cloverfield Lane did.
Yeah.
Because Cloverfield, one, like you said, the camera, it was a good way the film was shown, but that you wish some shots were from an outside point, like any other monster movie. I will say, the scene where we saw the cameraman get eaten by Cloverfield through the camera was definitely the best scene. I dare you to tell me otherwise. Especially seeing it from a human point of view instead of seeing from afar. That was terrifying.
I'm a big advocate for more straight horror kaiju movies. So movies like Cloverfield and The Host, but they don't give me everything I want. they give me a lot of what I want, which is why I really like both movies.
Yeah.
That's why it's like the perfect one for you.
And that's why I'm hoping that Cloverfield, quote, 2 as well. And just to wrap this up, Joe Barton, the writer, he is experienced in the horror genre. He wrote the movie The Ritual, which is a British horror movie that I believe is Netflix exclusive. I've
The
seen
Ritual
that
was
movie,
messed
and
up.
yeah, that movie was fantastic. So him writing, that's a good sign, to me at least.
Alrighty. Really, I've been waiting. JJ said they were doing a sequel, and I've just been waiting for them to do an official announcement. So I've just been waiting for this to come. I knew it was going to come. I'm excited. Now I have one question for everyone to just kind of give their thoughts on, and then we'll get to the final topic and we'll wrap things up here.
Sure.
So, what do you guys think about the fact this is not found footage? Do you think that's kind of a slap in the face to the original, or do you think this is a good move for the sequel?
I feel it's a good move. I mean, we saw it once. I feel seeing something maybe not different, but in maybe a different perspective would change it.
Mm-hmm.
I feel it's not good to dwell too much.
Yeah, I mean, really, it was sort of, at the time of the original's release, it was just like, not a super popular trend, but it was sort of...
It was pretty popular, I think.
Yeah, movies like Paranormal Activity...
The Blair Witch.
Yeah, Blair Witch, but Blair Witch came out, what, like, I believe it was 99, and
almost 10
Paranormal
years
Activity
earlier.
was like either 02 or 04.
Mm-hmm.
So really, I think the film industry and horror genre have moved on from that little phase, if you will.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't think it's gonna like do too well today.
I mean, there's some
we've seen enough of it.
movies that still get made, but it's much more uncommon now than it was in the 2000s.
Yeah, because
maybe it could come back.
Maybe.
maybe like a few scenes with that I think will also be good, just to see it from every now and then from the humans' perspective. But
yeah, I mean,
I think it
just
not being green, I think that is a better option. Not really a slap to the face, if anything. Because Troll Hunter did the same thing.
That's right.
I haven't seen Troll Hunter yet, unfortunately.
It's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like seeing like, the occasional like seeing a security camera or something perspective. I could see them doing that, like for just a couple shots of the film. I could see that happening.
Yeah, it could be like a callback to the original.
It would help with the scaling as well.
Yeah.
So Spyro and Geek, you've been kind of quiet. What's your thoughts? Do you think it'd be a slap in the face, or what do you think?
Really, to me, it doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
Again, because like I'm not really that familiar with the franchise. I've only seen the first movie, so, and I know I'm not really missing anything because I heard that the last two movies weren't that much related to the first, but still, I'm not really that familiar with it, so.
This one is the, quote, true sequel for a reason.
We're going to toss the other two under the carpet.
Yeah.
Pretend that didn't happen.
Nope. Especially Paradox.
Only if we could do that with the Star Wars trilogy.
I don't believe it'd be a betrayal. Now, maybe this is just because, again, I've been kind of paying attention. I would say it may not be a good idea, depending on how they want to do it. If this is supposed to connect to 2 and 3 somehow, it's a smart move. But if they do not have plans on, it's supposed to be a sequel to the pure original, I would think it'd be kind of maybe not the greatest move, because the first film that set up everything was found footage. but I don't think it'd be a slap in the face. I do know it's supposed to be a universe. I would really be more wanting to see how the writing is and how the effects are put into place, and if I would want it to be a good movie first, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And if they could not make a good movie, or they felt like they couldn't, by trying to keep the found footage, they felt like they couldn't make as good as a movie, if the movie's going to be good, then I'm willing to let it go. I'd be more worried that, they sacrifice it and then they don't even make a good movie on top of that,
Yeah.
That's a good point.
if that happened. Again, 3 kind of killed a lot of my faith in the franchise, but I am very much you're allowed to mess up once with me, and then I'll give you a second shot. And if you screw up the second shot, that's when I'm like, yeah, I'm done.
Alrighty.
If
And
there's,
That's
then
one,
if
fair.
they do it a third time, oof.
if there's one major thing I want to see,
I don't give people a third time. I'm not a 3-strike guy. You're allowed one mess
One
up.
and done.
Yeah, basically. And if you mess up again, I'm done. Unless, you're trying to improve and I can tell you're improving and you're taking consideration. Then technically you can have unlimited tries as long as you're improving constantly each time.
So, Shadow, what were you saying?
I'm really hoping the sequel. I don't remember if it was at the end of the original Cloverfield or Paradox, with the whole scene of him roaring into the clouds, and that's where it cuts off. I just want to see Cloverfield at that big scale instead of just cut off. I want to see the whole scale of really how big is this guy.
Yeah.
That's what I think will make the whole Cloverfield terrifying. It's not only more of a horror kaiju film, but just seeing that this guy is even bigger than Godzilla will definitely say something.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of Godzilla, we have one last topic to quickly go over, and then we'll wrap things up
Oh
here.
boy.
So we got an announcement from good old JD that Gfest 2021 has been canceled.
Eesh.
Darn.
What do you guys think? We'll start with Devilman. We'll go down. Were you going? Were you excited? Just kind of your thoughts.
No, I was excited, but now my hopes are crushed that it's canceled.
Oh.
So, I mean, that really sucks.
Mhm.
That's all I can say. It's just a real big downer.
Yeah. And then Geek, what do you think?
On one hand, I am a bit sad that it did get canceled, but I actually had a lot going on in my life where I didn't know if I was going to be able to make it this year, and it was more leaning towards me not making it than making it, with kind of other things in my life right now. And because of that, I'm kind of, again, I know a lot of people were looking forward to it, and I do think it's awful it got canceled, but at least for me, I at least think, okay, good. I don't have to worry about trying to make it this year and struggle to make it all work. I can basically prepare for next year's and be more prepared a lot better.
Yeah.
Right.
And, gear up for next year. So when next year's Gfest comes by, I'm more prepared for it and I'm ready for it. That's how I'm kind of looking at it. Though, again, if I did have the choice, I would much rather it still go on and then me struggle to see if I can make it or not this year.
And then Spyro, I know this hits closer to home for you, so what's your thoughts?
It really sucks. I really did want to go this year. And I always want to try to go every year. And it sucks that it's just been delayed like a second time.
Yeah.
Now, I don't necessarily fully understand why, especially this early on in the year, why they would announce that. Because people are now getting tested, so I don't really understand why there was an announcement like that, especially, again, like this early in the year. So,
I mean, it could change from now to then.
yeah.
I mean, there's a convention in my local area that was supposed to occur. I want to say it was like May, but May or June-ish, and that was unfortunately
Yeah.
cancelled due to
Also, I'm sorry, not
COVID.
tested vaccinated. That's the word I was looking for.
I gotcha. And Shadow?
Before I start, quick question: where was it supposed to be? I didn't really.
Chicago.
Chicago,
It's always in
Illinois.
Chicago.
Yep.
Right.
Good old Chicago.
Like everyone else, I'm bummed out. I probably wouldn't be able to go for personal reasons as much as I want to, and I'm sad that for the fans that were able to go, because Gfest is actually a pretty big Godzilla thing in the community. One of the best things to look forward to every year. It's a shame that it happened, and all I can say is I hope it never gets canceled again, and that I'm able to join at least one.
That's a great mindset. Rex, I know you won't be going anytime soon, but do you have anything you want to share?
Yeah, I don't personally see it as much of a big deal purely because it has no effect on my life, or at least no direct effect on my life.
Mhm.
But what I hope is that maybe we get another sort of like what we got last year with Kaiju Online and Kaiju Masterclass.
Mhm.
I hope we get something like those again.
Yeah, that's fair. So I'm gonna go on a little bit of a ramble here. Pardon me. If anybody gets annoyed, just let me know. Same as last year. I pre-ordered my tickets. I had my hotel room. I was ready to go. I was saving up, and this was my vacation. And now my vacation's gone.
Oof.
I love Chicago. A lot of people don't. I don't see why. I've never had a bad experience in Chicago. I love it. The city's beautiful. I love walking downtown, especially in the 3 o'clock time. It's beautiful. So that's pretty sad. I'm gonna miss riding the L train. I'm gonna miss O'Hare. I love Chicago. Chicago. If I ever had to move to another city, it'd be Chicago. Like, I love Chicago. So that's pretty sad. I love the convention. I know there's some stuff with JD, but we're going to ignore that for now and just look at the convention itself and everything that is in the convention. And I'm gonna. I was actually supposed to possibly have a panel this year. So that's kind of sad, I was like, I might have a panel. I'm so excited. And now it's like, oh, okay. Well,
in the hot. Your
yeah. And I was so excited because a lot of my friends who I've met, a lot of my podcasting friends were all planning on going. We were going to have dinner Thursday night. It was going to be a lot of fun. This would have been like my big first time having a group of people to go with. It would have been a lot of fun. My only hope is, next year maybe we can, I can get back on the horse, pre-order those tickets, get a hotel reservation, and get ready to try it again. So that's really all I got.
Mm-hmm.
JD, I think the reason they made it is because there's a lot of lashback and they don't want any more problems. So they were just like, let's cancel it now. It's let's not waste time. Let's just do it and get it over with. So I think that's why they did it. I know we won't have large gatherings until 75% of the population's vaccinated. So we got a little bit more to go, but patience. That's all we gotta have. Patience.
We got some progress despite the vaccine. Like, the vaccine just came out either very, very in December, very beginning of January, or at least in the U.S. It's making progress. It's not. It's going at a reasonable pace. I'm just hoping that most of this stuff is probably hoping too much. I'm just hoping most of the stuff will be gone around March time, so we can get those theaters really open and really get to Godzilla vs. Kong and other movies on the road, like Venom 2 and Dune, for example.
Yeah. But I think that's going to be all of it here. We're going to go ahead and plug everybody. So if you have anything you want people to check out, say it now and send me the links, and I will have that in the description below this episode. Starting with Devilman. Devilman, do you have anything you'd like to link or plug?
You can follow me on Twitter at GoJiraman138. I don't know what I'm doing there, but sure.
Alrighty.
It's, bro, just using that platform.
Yeah,
Nobody
man.
knows what they're doing. That's fun, man.
Send me memes. I don't care.
Geek, is there anything anywhere you want to get plugged?
Yeah, my YouTube channel by the same name as me, GeekRage1337. I do not have any content up on it, but do keep an eye on it because I am working on currently some videos that will be plugged there. And I'm right now trying to secure a different type of channel that I will definitely make an announcement on that channel. Where to go for that project when it gets done. So there's stuff in the works. So definitely keep an eye on GeekRage1337, the YouTube channel.
Alrighty. Spyro, is there anything you want to link?
My Twitter, it's at Spyroew. I am also on Discord. You can find me there. Just the same name as I always have, Spyroew. And you can also find me on Instagram. It has my real name and also Spyroew on that as well. And also on on YouTube. You can find my YouTube channel Spyroew on there. So there you go.
Alrighty. Shadow, do you have anything you want to link?
I mean, I might as well advertise myself a little bit. You can really find me on my Instagram. It's Suffer, where instead of Godzilla stuff, I actually post a lot of anime memes, anime related, also Godzilla stuff related, but mostly meme stuff. Because why not?
Exactly.
Kind of like a different person on there. I'll tell you that one. And try not to look at my older post where you see my face.
Alrighty.
Well, now they're gonna go.
Which now, great. I put the idea in your head.
You shouldn't have just said it.
Yep.
Alrighty. Rex, I know you got a few things. What do you got for us?
Yep, so my YouTube is Rex Xeno. I've got thatkaijublog.wordpress.com. I've done a fair bit of writing on there. Like I've got history and production of Son of Godzilla, interview with Alan Maxon, who was King Ghidorah's right hand in Godzilla King of the Monsters. So a few things there. I've got some things I'm working on for that now. The Twitter, you can follow me at Rex_Xenomorph, and Instagram is just Rex_Xeno. Yeah.
Alrighty. And I am Elijah, the host. You can find me on Instagram at ET13 Productions, all lowercase, all one word. You can find me on Twitter at ET13_P lowercase RODUCTIONS. You can find me on YouTube at ET13 Productions. You can, in the link tree below with all my links, there's also links to GodzillaMovies.com, where I write articles, and Kaiju Ramen Magazine, a upcoming indie kaiju magazine that I have been so graciously given the privilege to help write every issue. It's a quarterly magazine. A lot of fun there. You can also find me on Discord, on this lovely server we're on, but we'll explain that here in a bit. And yeah, those are. You can also follow my personal Twitter at capital E, capital T, lowercase HOMAS 1975. Thank you guys, everybody in the call, for being with us during this. I know it was kind of last minute, but it was awesome to finally get some members of our lovely little community here in a podcast to chat about this stuff. It's been a lot of fun, and we've been going now for about 2 hours. So thank you guys so much for giving us a conversation that really the time flew by in. So thank you guys so much.
I want to thank you personally because this was actually my first podcast, and I had a lot of fun, especially join with the people with similar interests.
Yeah.
It's just really fun overall, and I want to thank you personally for allowing me to join this today.
Well, thank you.
And I hope to do more.
I hope I can get you guys on more. Hopefully, we can start doing these more often. I've been trying to find a way to work you guys into being on podcast episodes, and I think this is the best way. So
Yeah, I gotta thank you personally too. It was real cool hanging with all you guys today.
Well, thank you for joining.
Podcast too.
It's much appreciated. Thank you.
This is also my very first podcast, I believe. So,
well, I'm happy we could have you on here. Very excited to see what else we can do in the future. So for everybody listening at home, don't forget to rate us on iTunes. That boosts our ratings and helps us get recommended to more people just like you. If you don't have an Apple device, which I don't blame you, I don't. They're kind of overrated. Tweet us and follow us on Twitter at KAIJU_CONVERS. If you don't have either of those, you can like us on Facebook or follow us on Instagram and contact us that way. If you're like me before podcasting and you don't have any social media, don't worry. You can email us at kaijuconversation@gmail.com. All lowercase, all one word. You know the drill. And as always, we'll read your reviews on air for everyone to hear. A 5-star review would be very great. Actually, speaking of... No, I'll hold that off for the next episode. Bonus episodes. We'll refrain from reading them off, and we'll leave those for the main episodes. We also have merchandise on teespring.com. Eventually, we'll have some original artwork. Working on that. I know I keep saying that. Eventually, we'll get there. I promise. And if you'd like to be in one of these bonus episodes, or chat with me or Rex or anybody one-on-one or in a group, and hear others' opinions on different subjects of Tokusatsu, join our Discord server, and you will have a ton of fun. I'm really happy with our community. It's a lot of fun, and I gotta say, it's a great group of people we have here. Don't forget to subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit that bell so you can be notified anytime we upload there. Sometimes, eventually, we'll have some short little funny clips, and we're going to have some YouTube exclusives, and all of our past and present episodes of the podcast will eventually be uploaded there, so check that out. A huge thanks to Rex for editing all of these episodes. This one especially. You have multiple layers of audio and 2 hours of it, Rex. I appreciate it. You're awesome. Thank you so much. Please check out all of his stuff down below, because he does not get paid for this.
He's doing that. He is our slave. Work, Rex. Work for us.
He needs a round of applause.
Thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you to everybody in the call. Thank you for chatting up with us. And everybody, please remember, life's too short to not talk big. Bye, guys.